The Ancient Book of Enoch, Part 11, Prophecy of Noah's Birth, Chapter 106, Lamech's Dream. After some time, my son Methuselah took a wife for his son Lamech, and she became pregnant by him and bore a son. And his body was white as snow, and red as the blooming of a rose, and the hair of his head was white as wool, and his eyes were beautiful. When he opened his eyes, they lit up the whole house like the sun, and the whole house was very bright. And when he was taken from the hands of the midwife, he opened his mouth and spoke to the Lord of righteousness. And his father Lamech was afraid of him, and fled, and came to his father Methuselah. And he said unto him, I have begotten a strange son, unlike a man, but resembling the sons of the angels of heaven, and his nature is different. He is not like us. And his eyes are as the rays of the sun, and his countenance is beautiful. It seems to me that he is not sprung from me, but from the angels, and I fear that awful things will happen on the earth in his days. Now, my father, I am here to ask and implore you to go to our father Enoch and learn the truth from him, for his dwelling place is with the angels. And when Methuselah heard the words of his son, he came to me at the ends of the earth, for he had heard that I was there, and he cried aloud, and I heard his voice, and I came to him. And I said unto him, Behold, here am I, my son, why have you come to me? And he answered and said, I have come to you because of a disturbing vision, which has caused me great anxiety. And now, my father, hear me. Unto Lamech, my son, there was born a son, whose likeness and nature was unlike other men. His color was whiter than snow, and redder than the bloom of a rose, and the hair of his head was whiter than white wool, and his eyes were like the rays of the sun, and when he opened his eyes, he illuminated the whole house. And he arose in the hands of the midwife. He opened his mouth and spoke to the Lord of heaven. And his father Lamech was afraid and fled to me, and did not believe that the child was sprung from him, because his likeness was like that of the angels of heaven. And behold, I have come to you that you may tell me the truth. And I, Enoch, answered and said unto him, The Lord will do a new thing on the earth, and this I have already seen in a vision. I need to tell you that in the generation of my father Jared, some of the angels of heaven transgressed the word of the Lord. They committed sin and transgressed the law by uniting themselves with women. They committed sin with them, and have married some of them, and have begotten children by them. A great destruction will come over the whole earth, and there will be a flood of water and a great destruction for 1 year. This son who is born unto you will be left on the earth, and his 3 children will be saved with him. When all mankind who are left on the earth will die, he and his sons will be saved. They who begot giants on the earth, not according to the Spirit, but according to the flesh, will suffer a great punishment on the earth, and the earth will be cleansed from all impurity. And now make known to your son Lamech that he who will be born is truly his son, and call his name Noah, for he will be left to you, and he and his sons will be saved from the destruction which will come upon the earth on account of all the sin and all the unrighteousness, which will be consummated on the earth in his days. And after that there will be still more unrighteousness than that which was first committed on the earth. For I know the mysteries of the holy ones, for he, the Lord, has showed me and informed me, and I have read them in the heavenly tablets. Chapter 107. The flood will not be the complete end. And I saw written on them that generation upon generation will transgress, till a generation of righteousness arises, and transgression is destroyed, and sin disappears from the earth, and all manner of good comes upon it. And now, my son, go and tell your son Lamech that this son, which will be born, really will be his son, and that this is no lie. And when Methuselah had heard the words of his father Enoch, for he had shown to him everything in secret, he returned with the interpretation and explained it to him, and called the name of that son Noah, for he will comfort the earth after all the destruction. Chapter 108. Enoch's Last Word. Another book which Enoch wrote for his son Methuselah, and for those who will come after him and keep the law in the last days. You who have kept the law and now wait for those days, till those who work evil and the power of the transgressors are made an end of. Wait till sin has passed away, for their names will be blotted out of the book of life and out of the holy books, and their seed will be destroyed forever, and their spirits will be slain. And they will cry and weep in a void empty place, and they will burn in unending fire. And I saw there something like an invisible cloud, for by reason of its depth I could not look over. And I saw a flame of fire blazing brightly, and things like shining mountains shaking to and fro. And I asked one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto him, What is this shining thing? For it is not heaven, but only the flame of a blazing fire, and the voice of weeping and crying and shouting in great pain. And he said unto me, This place which you see, it is the place where the spirits of sinners and blasphemers are cast, and of those who work wickedness, and of those who pervert everything that the Lord has spoken through the mouth of the prophets concerning the things that will take place. For some of them are written and inscribed above in the heaven, in order that the angels may read them and know what will befall the sinners and the spirits of the humble, and of those who have afflicted their bodies and been rewarded by God, and of those who have been put to shame by wicked men, who love God and loved neither gold, silver, nor any of the good things which are in the world, but gave over their bodies to torture. Since they came into being, they longed not after earthly food, but regarded everything as a passing breath, and lived accordingly. And the Lord tried them much, and their spirits were found pure, so that they should bless his name. And all the blessings destined for them I have written down in the books, what he has assigned them as their reward, because they have been found to be such as loved heaven more than their life in the world. And though they were trodden down by wicked men, and were abused, reviled, and put to shame, they praised me. And now I will summon the spirits of the good who belong to the generation of light, and I will transform those who were born in darkness, who in the flesh were not rewarded with such honor as their faithfulness deserved. In shining light I will bring forth those who have loved my holy name, and seat each on the throne of his honor. And they will shine for times without number. For righteousness is the judgment of God, for he will be faithful to those faithful in the habitation of righteousness. They will see those who were born in darkness cast into darkness, while the righteous will shine. And the sinners will cry aloud and see them shine, and they indeed will go where days and seasons are ordained for them. Here ends the vision of Enoch the prophet. May the benediction of his prayer and the gift of his appointed period be with his beloved. Amen.